Good evening. It's 8 o'clock. The top headlines tonight. The Defence Minister briefs former Defence Ministers on China. Rajnath Singh speaks to ex-Minister Sharad Pawar and A.K. Antony. They are briefed on border issues with China. The briefing just 2 days before the Parliament session begins this Monday. The CDS, General Bipin Rawat and the Army Chief are also present. The Supreme Court says Uttar Pradesh cannot have the Kanwar Yatra 100%. The health of the citizenry and the right to life is paramount. The centre supports a Yatra ban but says there should be Ganga Jal tankers. Uttar Pradesh argues that a total ban is inappropriate to allow a symbolic Yatra. Bonhomie smiles in the official photo opportunity as the Karnataka Chief Minister meets the Prime Minister on a surprise visit. He chartered a jet to fly into Delhi today. His sudden visit sparks speculation on a possible leadership change, but B.S. Yediyurappa laughs off rumours as he speaks to journalists. The Punjab stalemate. Navjot Singh Sidhu meets Sonia and Rahul Gandhi. No announcement yet on his possible promotion. Meanwhile, the Punjab Chief Minister believed to be resistant to him being made State Congress Chief. Will the Gandhis veto the Chief Minister? VIP vaccination at home for BJP MP Pragya. She claims to be unwell, so a vaccine at home. But she's on bail for health reasons, yet plays basketball and dances. Paytm's Diwali IPO is scheduled to be India's biggest so far. This as the Zomato IPO on its final days oversubscribed 38 times. Boom time for startups. Shocked, a Gurugram court denies bail to a man accused of the Jamia shooting who now made a hate speech. The court says Indian society needs to tackle these persons who would kill innocent lives on religious hatred. Our lead story tonight, in a surprise meeting, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh met with former Defence Ministers on China. Let's go across to Arvind for the latest. Now, Arvind, this is an unusual meeting where the Defence Minister actually briefed two former Defence Ministers.
Yeah, Sonia, today evening, Union Defence Minister Rajnath Singh briefed former Defence Ministers A.K. Antony and also Sharad Pawar on border issues with China. Our sources say this particular briefing took place at the South Block, where the Chief of Defence Staff Bipin Rawat and also the Army Chief were also present in this briefing. Sources maintain that the border issues with China was briefed to both the former defence ministers, both A.K. Antony and also Sharad Pawar. But what is very interesting is that though it's completely unusual for the government to have such a reach out, but this comes just 2 days after Rahul Gandhi and other Congress MPs staged a walkout in the Defence Standing Committee meeting on the very same issue. 2 days back, during the Defence Standing Committee meeting, both Rahul Gandhi and also other Congress MPs wanted to discuss the border issues with China, but they were denied this opportunity, and that's why they staged a walkout. And what Congress sources are saying is that they are seeing it as a preemptive political move from the government to ensure that the opposition parties don't corner the government on the China issue in the forthcoming Parliament session.
Right, Arvind, thanks so much. So very interesting meeting there, but let's just look at the latest numbers on COVID. Well, our cases are down slightly from yesterday, 6.8% down, as our total case load is at 4,30,422. Also, deaths were also less in the last 24 hours, again down by 6.7%. There were over 40,000 recoveries, and the daily positivity rate now at below 2%, which is good news. But again, the focus has to be, this is the Prime Minister also met with Chief Minister of these states on where the cases are rising, and that is Kerala still at number 1, Maharashtra also rising, Andhra Pradesh also up, Tamil Nadu and Odisha. The Prime Minister met with Chief Ministers of these states. But let's look at the global trends. And as the WHO chief said, we are well and truly the beginning of the third wave. Brazil is back on top with over 57,000 cases, followed by the United Kingdom. Now, this is actually huge, followed by Indonesia at 56,757. So given their population, just look at those numbers. Then the United Kingdom at 41,748, huge given that their population is minuscule compared to India. India at just over nearly at 39,000, and the US again reporting a surge because of Delta variant cases at 38,707. So the Prime Minister speaking to Chief Minister today saying the focus has to be on preventing the third wave.
तीसरी लहर को रोकने के लिए कोरोना के खिलाफ प्रभावी कदम उठाया जाना नितांत आवश्यक है। इस दिशा में स्ट्रैटेजी वही है, टेस्ट, ट्रैक और ट्रीट और अब टीका। इसी वैक्सीन की हमारी रणनीति फोकस करते हुए हमें आगे बढ़ना है।
Well, this coming as the Supreme Court today said there is no question of Uttar Pradesh holding the annual pilgrimage of Kavariyas, saying that 100% you cannot hold it. Uttar Pradesh has been given time till Monday to cancel it themselves. Otherwise, the Supreme Court said they would order that it be cancelled.
In Uttar Pradesh a couple of years ago, rose petals showered on Kanwariyas, Shiv devotees who walk barefoot every year in a pilgrimage to collect water from the holy Ganga and take it back to their homes. Under special orders from the Chief Minister, police told to facilitate this in every way possible. But this year, the fear that millions of devotees may also unwittingly spread the coronavirus across India. And today, the Supreme Court told Uttar Pradesh they would not let this go ahead, with Justice Nariman saying, UP cannot go with the Yatra 100%. The health of the citizenry of India and their right to life are paramount. All other sentiments, albeit religious, are subservient to this most basic fundamental right. We give you one more opportunity to reconsider holding physical Yatra, else we will pass orders. The centre opposed it, saying the state governments must not permit movement of Kanwariyas for bringing Ganga Jal from Haridwar. Instead suggesting that considering religious sentiments, states must make Ganga Jal available in tankers. The Uttar Pradesh government argued that a total ban would be inappropriate. It will be a symbolic yatra. Pilgrims must be vaccinated. Ganga Jal is kept at tankers at various locations. After the disastrous experience at this year's Kumbh, which medical experts say could have led to the spike of cases in Uttarakhand and the lakhs of fake tests, the state has banned the Kanwar Yatra, even though the pilgrim's journey ends at Haridwar in the state.
इस वर्ष कांवड़ मेले को स्थगित करने का निर्णय लिया गया है और हमें राज्य सरकार के इस निर्णय को लागू कराना है। इसके बावजूद भी अगर लोग आते हैं तो हम बहुत कठोर कदम उठाएंगे और एनफोर्समेंट की तगड़ी कार्रवाई करेंगे। हमने अपने राज्य पुलिस एवं पीएससी के अलावा आरएएफ की मांग की है।
Though the top court has directed the UP government to inform its decision by Monday, but the judges have made up their minds not to allow the Kanwar Yatra amid fears that this may lead to pandemic super spreader event. In New Delhi with Akshay Dongre, this is Arunachalam Vaidyanathan, NDTV.
Meanwhile, as the vaccination rate is dipping, guess who's getting a VIP vaccination at home? The Bhopal MP Pragya Singh Thakur, who currently faces terror charges and out on bail on health grounds since 2017. Now, just compare her case with that of Sudha Bhardwaj, also facing terror charges. She's been asking for bail on health grounds for the last 2 years and hasn't got it. Out on health grounds, Pragya Thakur is busy dancing at weddings and playing basketball. So, is the court who's given her this bail on health grounds, and is that also how she's claimed that she should be vaccinated at home, yet when it's convenient, she is very able to be out playing basketball and dancing when needed. Well, let's just look at other news. Political speculation as Karnataka's Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa flew into Delhi on a charter jet today to meet the Prime Minister. Well, all bonhomie and smiles in this photo opportunity, but still not clear what's actually happening to Mr. Yediyurappa. However, he laughed off rumours that he would be changed when he met journalists after that meeting.
ನಾಯಕತ್ವ ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೂ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನಾಯಕತ್ವ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೂ ಒಂದು ಚರ್ಚೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ರೂಮರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿ.
And moving to Punjab, where a tense stalemate continues between the Chief Minister, Captain Amrinder Singh, and Navjot Singh Sidhu, who drove to Delhi to meet Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi today at 10 Janpath. He was given an audience. Sources say he will be promoted as State Congress Chief, but there's been no announcement yet. So nothing's final. So let's see what actually happens. His supporters are meant to celebrate, but that's been put on hold. And here's what the Congress General Secretary said on what's happening in Punjab.
देखिए, मिलने के लिए बुलाया गया ये तो मुझे नहीं मालूम। वो मिलने आए थे ये मुझे जानकारी मिली है, और मगर किसी मीटिंग में थे हम, ऐसा नहीं है। नहीं, मैं तो अपना नोट सबमिट करने के लिए गया था। और मैं समझता हूँ कांग्रेस प्रेसिडेंट कुछ समय लेंगी और जल्दी इस विषय में कांग्रेस प्रेसिडेंट का फैसला आ जाएगा। जब फैसला आ जाएगा तो हम निश्चित तौर पर मीडिया के पास ही तो आएंगे।
And Congress General Secretary in charge of Uttar Pradesh, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, arrived in Lucknow on a two-day election preparation visit to a rousing reception by party workers. She sat in a silent protest before Mahatma Gandhi's statue against the violence during recent Panchayat elections and what she said were criminal actions by the Uttar Pradesh government in the state. So there you can see the huge political crowds back, many of them unmasked. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra there getting ready for UP elections. The BJP has, of course, already begun its campaign with the Prime Minister's visit in Varanasi.
लोकतंत्र का चीरहरण हो रहा है। तमाम जिलों में प्रशासन धमकी दे रहा है सदस्यों को कि किसको वोट देना चाहिए। कहीं पे बम फूट रही है, कहीं पे आप हिंसा करा रहे हैं, गोली मरवा रहे हैं। क्या हो रहा है इस प्रदेश में?
In other news, a shocked court in Gurugram, Haryana has denied bail to a man known as the Jamia shooter who recently made extremely strong statements against the minority community at Mahapanchayat organized by a BJP spokesperson. The court said, our conscience was utterly shocked. Indian society needs to tackle these kind of persons who, if given a chance, would organize a mass murder to kill innocent lives based on their own religious hatred. The court went on to say that the accused standing before the court is not a simple innocent young boy knowing nothing. He was 17 when he fired on protesters outside Delhi's Jamia University, and the court said he should not be given bail at this point. No action has been taken yet against the BJP spokesman who made equally shocking statements, however.